Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, you know, I like to make my own videos and you know what I'm saying? And do what the world, what you'll call teaching, but I just be dropping jewels. But I also got some brothers that videos that I love to share. You know, like Malachi Maccabee and my aunt Selah Shalom. So we're gonna get into this, man, and let Selah do what he do. Very knowledgeable brother. That's my bruh. And let's get it.
Mic check. Give me one in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes, family. Give me one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Make sure my audio sounding straight. Before me lift off, shot to them. Okay, I can hear myself on the phone, so that's what I always do. For those, you know what I mean, when you go live, go on your phone and you can hear yourself and check just in case, you know what I mean, you ain't got nobody to really check for you outside the ones in the chat. I see the ones coming in. So peace to the righteous gods and goddess Righteous gods and Herodian goddess, I see you, family. Yeah, everybody get this thing popping. You know what I mean? You dig? Let me run. Before we get started, of course.
Bitter Sweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. BitterSweetHerbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bitter Sweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. BitterSweetHerbals.com.
Yes, family, make sure to get your bitters. You done know the order. You done know the order of how we do around these pods. 6 minutes in. Yeah. You see the topic? You see the topic? Shout out to the righteous God. So, you know what I mean? We got some good stuff coming up. Shout out to the righteous gods of Herodian goddess. Shout out to Sarnetta. I hit him up, I think it was early morning yesterday, about Malachi Maccabee having I think it's a debate now, a debate with Captain Tazariak, you know what I mean? You know, the God ran from me, you know what I mean? He got scared to take the debate, you know what I mean? Because before he erased that video when he would do his Car Chronicles, I caught a piece of it, and somebody was asking him why he ain't take the debate. He was like, oh, the book's stupid, it don't make no sense. Basically coming up with excuses in order to get in the ring and handling your business. So when we put that in the martial art terms, that's like saying he's a boxer and I'm a Muay Thai practitioner, and he goes, well, that style is stupid, it don't make no sense, I'm not gonna fight him. In the arena of martial arts, you're gonna be looked at as a sucker. You're gonna be looked at as a nigga who's scared to fight because you're coming up with an excuse to try this man and his technique when you're a boxer. So I always put things in perspective and make it make sense. He ran from me when we was live on Sarnetta when Malachi Maccabee was breaking down the discrepancies of Paul. I was right there on the joint. And he called in to raise questions, and Malachi Maccabee chopped his ass up. So you ran from Selah Shalom and you got your ass handed to you by Malachi Maccabee. So now you gotta take the debate with Malachi Maccabee, and he gonna run your ass to the dirt. So I'm telling y'all niggas, this shit gonna be an embarrassment for that boy. And then we're gonna rub it in how you ran from me on Sarnetta. See, I was polite last time. I ain't going there and talk my shit. I could have ran up there and raised sand like, boy, that boy Tazariak can run. He ran. I could have talked my shit. Because I got the right to talk that shit, because I ain't run. I can run from no goddamn body, to be honest. Every person who signed to call me up to debate, I stood 10 toes down, and they ran. Every last one of them. He called me with Nepal. She wasn't on the phone, but he said, yo, man, all these brothers are scared to debate a woman, man. Would you debate Nepal? I said, set it up. He said, let me call you back, because she's asleep right now. You know what Kelly time is. And he never called back, and next thing you know, she was debating Christina Nick. So I don't want to hear no excuses from nobody talking about Selah Shalom, nigga. My track record clean right now. Who else ran? Pastor Bennett. Sarnetta called me with him on the phone. He ran. He said, yo, I'm going to take some time out to see what the book about. He never came back. Sarnetta never came back to say, well, you know what? The brother, you know what I mean? He ain't going to take the debate. He ain't come back and say nothing. I'm like, well, good night. What's really going on? I'm like, what's really going on here? So Pastor Bennett, he ran. G-Con, he ran. See, that's the thing. We already had the flyers set up and promoting the debate when these niggas ran. We had the flyer for G-Con, he ran. We had the flyer for Tazariak, he ran. Huh? Pastor Bennett ran. Naftali ran. Yes, she ran too. We was all on the phone talking about setting a debate. We had a debate. We had the topic of the debate. About 3 days later, Sarnetta called me back and said, your debate is off. Not on my hand, not on my end. They want to judge it. They want to do this. They want to do that. Nigga, I ain't complaining about shit. I said, nigga, when is the debate? All right, I'm going to see you in the ring that day. Niggas is calling back forfeit. So right now, goddamn it, I'm the king of this shit. When it comes to theology, I'm the king of this shit because all you niggas, your top scholars ran. Zion tried to take the debate and got his ass handed to him. Why you think Sarnetta ain't released the debate? If I got destroyed in that debate, Sarnetta would have been released that debate, because that would have made Zion Lex look good. But I beat that boy up so bad he can't release that debate. We released it. Shout out to the whoever recorded it, and they put it out. I didn't even put it out. Somebody else put it out. Malachi Maccabee did the slowdown, then I put it on my channel. And everybody who see that debate say hands down, I won that. Not only did I win that, the purpose of the debate was which book is better for our people, the Bible or the Owaspy. This nigga had 10 minutes, basically 30 minutes to prove that, and he only read 5 verses. Malachi Maccabee counted how many verses I pulled out, and I pulled out literally over 100 verses from the Owaspy to prove that the Owaspy is a better book. How can a nigga who pull out 100 verses compared to a nigga who pull out 5 win against that? Anybody who say that is a goddamn liar. You know what I mean? It's a goddamn lie, you lying ass nigga. Like we say over here, create a game. You know what one of our slogan is? We keep it real first and everything after. Everything after. We keep it real. We keep it 100. Told, 10 told. We do that first. And then everything after. You dig? See everybody chiming in. Conscious Flow, what's good? Sister Wise, what's good, family? Hey, yo, sis. I'm trying to put together a scene probably for Thursday evening. It's a night scene. I don't want to give up the goods on a live, but I'm gonna hit you in the chat a little. I'm gonna hit you in the text a little later on and give you a rundown about the scene. It's not a drawn out. It's not a big scene. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a dope. You're gonna be able to bang your gun. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dreadful Cosmo, Yahweh, see you. Peace to the righteous God. Bugatti. That's a dope name, Bugatti. I see you, kid. Who else in the chat? Deshaun, where you at? Yo, Deshaun, we got to get a part 2, yo. We got to go ahead and get a part 2. Dealing with the crystals, the astrology, the zodiac. You know what I mean? We need to get a part 2 of that. Matter of fact, I want to start doing some features. I want to feature some of my people, Creative Gang brothers and sisters. I want to do a presentation for some of y'all on the channel. So any one of the sisters, because we got some sisters who want to give a presentation, and it ain't got to be no deep shit. It could be about health. It could be, matter of fact, you can do a cooking presentation. It don't matter what it is. We just want to show that we got variety over here. You know what I'm saying? You did? Mahal, what's good, sister? I see you there. Mahal got that shiny skin, bro. When I be watching them live, her skin be shining. I'm like, sheesh. Glowing already. That spirit just penetrating through that skin. That light just penetrating. Just me. Where's the big man? Iman, where's it? You know how we do. Peace to the Iman. You know what I mean? Make sure to go to Iman. She be cooking up good foods, cooking up the good cooks. You lucky I ain't staying in the state. I'll be over there eating a plate every single day. I'll probably gonna put on weight and all that. You know what I mean? Just me. Where's the big man? I'm hanging in the background. So yes, man. Messiah King. Messiah family. I move forward. But y'all see the topic though, right? Y'all see the topic? Now, coming back to Malachi Maccabee, peace and salute to the God. Peace to Cosmo and Cal. Peace to Devil Cosmo, 4 horsemen. Malachi Maccabee got a debate coming up. This, is it when? Hold up. I don't think what's today? What's today? Tuesday. So it's next Wednesday. Malachi Maccabee got a debate coming up next Wednesday dealing with Paul. The debate is, I'm just giving, this is not word for word, but the debate is going to be based off, did Paul teach contrary to the law or Christ, one of the two? I said, this nigga actually took that debate? I said, boy. The sad thing about a lot of these cats is that they don't study their opponents, man. When Malachi Maccabee told Sarnetta, we got a bed trap for Tazariak, niggas ain't playing. And when I'm talking about, it ain't gonna look good for you, bro. It ain't gonna look good for you what Malachi Maccabee gonna bring out, because y'all niggas ain't versed like the brother. I'm an honest person. I call it how I see it, nigga. If I lose a debate, nigga, I'm gonna say, yeah, you got me on that, and I'm gonna show the pointers where you got me on that. I'm that honest. But a lot of these niggas ain't real. Like I said, we keep it real over here first and everything after. Ain't no fake shit over here. When you come with fake shit, we gonna detect it. We gonna pick up on it easy. I mean, you're going to feel that distortion in the vortex. LaShonda, what you said, sister? That's my sister right there. Beautiful sister right there, LaShonda. Shout out to LaShonda, man. She has a beautiful, beautiful spirit. Beautiful spirit. Peace to the husband, too, man. Hope he's doing good. We got Bronze Yogi. Bronze Yogi did an excellent bill yesterday. Touching on the spirits, showing and proving that the spirits of the dead do live. And see, that's the crazy thing. We over here talking about spirituality and spirit, but then, you know, you start talking about spirits of the dead and ancestors, and then you start thinking you spooky for that. I mean, when I was on Sinetta and I showed the ancestor, niggas was, oh, that's spooky. How was that spooky? Not only she is an ancestor, she one of your ancestors. She look like she just came out the plantation. That's your ancestor, and y'all niggas talking about she's spooky. This is why the ancestors ain't fucking with y'all. This is why the ancestors ain't talking to y'all, communicating with y'all, because y'all don't understand spirituality. Y'all don't understand the continuation of life after death. Y'all don't understand that the ancestors is right around you. Motherfuckers will be standing right here, right here. You can say that shit sounds spooky, but it's real. You just don't understand the science of spirituality. You niggas is caught up in the Osirian doctrine, and the Owaspy is so beautiful. It gives you 3,000-year arc cycles for the progression of the human race. So it came to time when this, in the 21st arc cycle, the Herodian guy by the name of Osir, he came, and his whole duty, now this ain't the Osir of Egypt, but his whole duty was to lay down physical science and philosophy and natural law for man, because man was too spiritual. He wasn't understanding his environment. He wasn't understanding what creates this, what creates that. How is this created? Well, what mineral is this? Man didn't know that at one time. And the purpose of Asal was to lay that knowledge down, to lay down physical science, to the point where man became so engulfed and so entrenched in the Osirian doctrine that they denied spirit. They said everything was causing the physical, and that's what that effect is still seen today. Shit. All right, so now. So let me get ready to go ahead and get in this doc real quick. Yeah, Brian showed it last night, so that's what I was at. The ancestors, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You got niggas talking about they spiritual, you got niggas talking about they believing in God, but when you talk about the spirits of the dead, niggas get all, oh, you talking spooky, that's evil. That's satanic. I'm like, y'all niggas sound dumb as hell. Nigga, like, how y'all gonna talk about y'all believe in the Bible and that's spooky when Jesus rose from the dead walking around among niggas? That was spooky. You accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. He came back on the earth after his death, walking among the disciples. And then they saw him float up. But we spooky. But we spooky. Yes, family. So, we're about to touch on the topic in a minute. You know what I mean? Just getting out some stuff, let more people chime in before we go hard. You know the topic. You see what the topic is called? The Herodians and the Roman connection. You know what I mean? Since we've been on this first century shit lately, we're going to be exposing this Pauline nigga. I'm going to let Malachi expose the Pauline nigga in the debate. But what I'm doing right here in this presentation, I'm showing the forefathers of Pauline. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. Damn. Hey, yo, I forgot to get the damn map with the solace. Sheesh. Hold on. I'm going to screenshot. Let me see if I can screenshot it right quick. Just give me a second, family. Peace to Malachi Maccabee in the building. Peace to the righteous God. I see you, King. I see you, King. Hey, we about to get stew. This shit about to get stew. Yo, let me see if I can find that, if I can screenshot real quick. Just that lineage. That's the only thing I got missing is that for this presentation. I really don't even need it for the presentation, but just to put icing on a motherfucking cake. Hold on, where that shit at? We should have Pauline doctrine. One second, man. Let me let the rhythm run while me I look for. I'm gonna email it to you. All right. Say that. Say, oh shit. Yeah. Let me see. Oh man. Hey, yo, Mally, you gonna enjoy this one. I did this shit this morning, yo. I woke up this morning like, what time I woke up? Like 5, 6, 4. Nigga go to sleep at 1 o'clock and wake up at 3 and be fully ready to go like it's the next day. But nah. Nigga woke up like 4 or 5 in the morning, and this shit was heavy on my mind when Melly was talking about, man, hold on, it's Melly right here. Peace to the righteous God. I got you live, King. What's good, family? All right, say less. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I bet. Hey, I got a nice one for you coming right now, boy. All right, King, say less. All right, family. All right, bet. Yeah, man. Malachi Mack be on the phone. Everybody hit me with the joint. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I woke up. Ever since he went on Sinetta, man, because I told Sinetta this from day one. Mally don't even know. I probably told him he don't even know. Like when I first talked to Saul about this whole creative gay shit, I said, bro, I got a brother named Malachi Maccabee. I said, yo, this nigga will tear down any one of your Hebrew Israelites. I said, I'm gonna beat these niggas up because I'm coming with another doctrine that they're not aware with. So I got the advantage because I know Owaspi and I know the Bible. But I got a brother that's in the Bible who know that shit, that'll beat up Tazariak, that'll beat up any of your top scholars. Don Yala, goddamn, what's the other little nigga? The Bomb Prospect, all them niggas. I said, this one nigga will eat them niggas alive. So from that time, I've been putting that echo in. So now South finally got to see him work. And he was well pleased. So I agreed. And he even told Sinetta was even referencing during the live to Zariak, like, yo, I don't know if you're ready for this, brother. This is what Sinetta said. You know, Sinetta keep it 100. He ain't what he got to sugarcoat shit for? If Mally was weak, he would have easily said, yo, brother, I don't think you're ready for Zariak, man. I don't think you're ready. He would have easily said that. But it was the other way around. I forgot this email goes slow too. I forgot about this one. Okay. Yeah, I forgot my email be going slow too. But nonetheless, even Sinetta had to admit the boy was nice with what he did. That delivery he came in was superior. To the point where he had to question and see, like, damn, I don't know if goddamn Zariak ready for this. Damn. That's family. Just give us a minute. Let's let some more music play. We're gonna get into the discussion. What you say, Craig? They baby for real. No doubt, man. You know niggas be slow to comprehend. Shit. It's a blood clot vibes. Give me 1 minute, family. We gonna get it going. Just hold tight. Get your drink. Burn on a spliff. You know what I mean? Do what you have to do for now. Well, get this you gonna get this family. Oh, there you go, right there. Hold on. My email goes slow, so. It's a blood clot vibes. Oh, silky now. Shit done came through. Motherfucking rap. It's over. Tell these young boys that I do this. Hey man, we gonna have to make that into a goddamn whatchamacallit, a soundbite. All right, let me see why I want to drop this in the joint real quick. Hold on. Oh, right here, yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this shit is wild, yo. All these years niggas been following Paul, not knowing the whole time the nigga was the op. Oh, I got it now, yeah. Appreciate you, Nelly. Appreciate you. When I finish this doc, I'll send this over too. Although, you know what I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with the debate, with Malachi's debate, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with Malachi's debate. This is, because when me and Malachi was talking, I was just giving my pointers what I think that will end the fucking debate right off the top. It's a tactic that if he uses, that we were discussing right off the gate, oh man, there is no comeback to that, man. Everything after that is just, regardless of what Paul say, or Tazariak, whatever he gonna try to use for Paul, it's gonna be irrelevant once he take the head off the motherfucking top in the goddamn beginning. All right, so check it. Soundbite, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, family. Let's go ahead and get the live started. You know what I mean? All right, let me get the good situated instead. Don't get started. Share screen. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Before I do that, do one thing real quick. My shit froze up. What the hell? 1 second. See if I can freeze up. All right, there we go. All right, cool. My computer had goddamn did the freezing act for a hot minute. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? Get you out here. Oh shit! All right, bet. Cool. Let me come down. Now bring it down. Right there. Look at that. A jot is revealed. Yeah. We got jot is revealed to the eye dream. All right, let me share screen. When you say Iman, that's right. Use it right out the gate and shut it down. That's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, family. All right. Where we at with it? You know what? Let me share my whole screen for this. Yeah, give me the whole screen. What did I say? How did the Herodian dynasty come to rule Judea? Now, Antipater, the Idumean, right? This is the forefather of, well, this is basically the origins of the Herodian dynasty. You know what I mean? This is Herod the Great's father. Then you had his father, which was the starter of what we know as the Herodian dynasty. When you look at the map, you see right here the Herodian dynasty. Right here. The Herodian dynasty started in 47 BC and it ended in 100 AD. So this is the time period of the Herodian dynasty right here, right? Now who do we have within the Herodian dynasty? Flavius Josephus, we have Philo, we have the Flavian dynasty, we have Paul, with a quickie dink, and then we have the birth of the Roman Empire, right? All that's going on within the Herodian dynasty. And then one thing a lot of people don't know about Rome is that Rome is broken down into 3 sections, 3 time periods. The very first time Rome comes on the scene of history is 750 BC, where you hear about the Romanians, 2 niggas that was sucking on the goddamn cow milk and shit like that. That story, that started at 750 BC. So the Roman kingdom of 7 kings, 750 BC, that's that time period. After that, the next rulership of Rome, or the next domination of Rome, was the Roman Republic. Now, the Roman Republic lasted from 509 BC to 27 BC. That's when the Roman Republic reigned. After the Roman Republic reigned, then came the Roman Empire. So you had the Roman kingdoms of 7 kings, the Roman Republic, and then the Roman Empire. So when we coming close to the 1st century, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in a little bit into the transformation from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, right? So I'm just showing you on a historical timeline where the Herodian dynasty is, and it starts coincidentally with the rise of Rome. All right, so now let's get it. How did the Herodians dynasty come to rule? And now I may stumble on some of these words, because some of these words is, Roman and Latin, so, West Indian. I'm West Indian. I be stumbling over these. I stumble over English words because now I'm still in my Caribbean accent, so I'm stumbling through things. So you got the Antipater, the Idumean, which is the father of Herod the Great, 113 BC to 43 BC. Antipater the Idumean, was the founder of the Herodian dynasty and the father of Herod the Great. According to Josephus, he was the son of Antipas, that's his father, and had formerly held that name. Antipater became a powerful official under the late Hasmonean kings, and subsequently became a client of the Roman general Pompey the Great, when Pompey conquered Judah in the name of the Roman Republic. See that? Remember I told you about the Roman Republic right here? See that? So prior to the Roman Empire, it was the Roman Republic, right? And Judea got conquered under the reign of the Roman Republic prior to the Roman Empire, right? So let's read that one more time. Antipater, the Idumean, 113 BC, 114 BC, or 43 BC, that's the time he lived, was the founder of the Herodian dynasty and the father of Herod the Great. According to Josephus, he was the son of Antipas and had formerly held that name. Antipater became a powerful official under the late Hasmonean kings and subsequently became a client of the Roman general Pompey the Great, and Pompey conquered Judah in the name of Roman Republic. So prior to the Roman Empire, nigga, the Jews had problems with the Roman Republic before 1st century goddamn Romans. Before Augustus and Titus and Caligula, before them niggas, these niggas was giving them problem when it was the Roman Republic. Now check it. So Antipater became a client of Pompey, and Pompey conquered Judah. Now here's Pompey right here, 106 BC to 48 BC. This nigga conquered Judah. This is a robust of them, right? Now, he played a significant role in the transformation of Rome from republic to empire. See that? He played a transformational role in that. So coming back to the map, at the ending of the Roman Republic, he's responsible for making the Roman Empire, or changing the Roman, or transforming the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, right? He's responsible. He's responsible for that. This guy right here. He's responsible for transferring the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. See, these are the precursors of the Roman Empire and the precursors of first century. Again, he played a significant role in the transformation of Rome from republic to empire. Early in his career, he was a Parthenius protege of the Roman general and a dictator, Sulla. Later, he became the political ally and finally the enemy of Julius Caesar. The enemy of Julius Caesar. Now, Julius Caesar plays an important role in this. As you know, Nelly already knows, but Julius Caesar plays an important role in what's going on. Now let's keep it moving. Pompey and Caesar then began contending for leadership of the Roman state in its entirety. Now keep in mind, these are the precursors from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. They're fighting for that position, eventually leading to Caesar's civil war. Pompey was defeated in the battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, and he sought refuge in Ptolemy, Egypt, where he was assassinated by the couturier of Ptolemy XIII. See that? That nigga got knocked off by a goddamn Macedonian. He got him out of there. So, do I got a picture of Ptolemy XIII on this slide right here? Let me see. I don't know if little mattress back. No, I ain't got no picture of that particular cat right there. That's the 13th, but I got his brother. All right, so he was assassinated by the courtiers of Ptolemy XIII. Upon his arrival in Egypt, he was murdered by, I can't pronounce these names the best, Achilles and Lucius Septimus, former soldiers in his army, under the orders of the eunuch Pontanus and Theodotus of Chios, advisors of King Ptolemy, who believed Caesar would be pleased by the removal of his adversary. So long story, Ptolemy II got Pompey executed, and by that, he was hoping to win the favor of Caesar, right? Pompey became an enemy of Caesar, and in order to get killed by Pompey XIII and assassinated were Achilles and Lucius Septimus. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Let me put it in Google and see if they got how to pronounce these goddamn names. These names be crazy to pronounce sometimes. I'll be like, no. Pronunciation. Damn, they ain't just got the little, hold on. One second. See if they say how to pronounce. Hurry up and say it. You know what? That shit taking too long. All right. Achilles, Lucius Septimus. All right, so now we're going to start where I got to highlight it right here. All right. Pompey became an enemy of Caesar in order to get killed by Ptolemy XIII, and the assassins were Achilles and Lucius Septimius. So this is Lucius Septimius. This is a depiction of them killing Pompey. And it's crazy because this illustrator was created in 1880 with a coinky dink. Septimus in armor strikes Pompey from behind. So they went ahead and got rid of Pompey. They got him out the way. Lucius Septimus was a Roman soldier and mercenary who is principally remembered as one of the assassins of the triumvir Pompey the Great. At the time of assassination, 48 BC, Septimus was serving the Ptolemies of Egypt as a mercenary. He was dispatched with orders to murder Pompey by Ptolemy XIII, advisors who wanted to win favor of Julius Caesar for their king. See that? They doing this shit to get favor from Julius Caesar, but at the same time, Ptolemy doing this shit to cut down on these Romans trying to, take down the Ptolemaic rule. Because if they can take down the Ptolemaic rulers, nigga, they got Egypt. So these are the precursors of the pre-wars, even pre-first century. So here's Ptolemy the 13th. This is the nigga Theos. '62 BC to 47 BC. Now keep in mind, this is the face ruling Egypt. He's from Ptolemy. Remember, the Ptolemies are Macedonians in origin. At this point, defeated Roman general Pompey the Great came to Egypt seeking refuge from his pursuing rival Julius Caesar. Initially, Ptolemy the 13th pretended to have accepted his request, but on the 29th of September, 48 BC, he had the general murdered by Achilles, Lucius Septimus, in hopes of winning favor with Caesar. When the victorious general arrived, when Caesar arrived, he was presented with the head of his deceased rival. They cut this nigga head off Pompey, giving it to Caesar. Like, yo, check this out. A former ally. But reportedly, instead of being pleased, Caesar reacted with disgust and ordered that Pompey's body be located and given a proper Roman funeral. That's what Caesar said to do. Man, y'all cut this nigga in, man. Go find this man body and give man a proper burial. What the hell y'all niggas doing? After Julius Caesar defeated Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus, Antipater sided with Caesar, during the Roman Civil War. Now keep in mind, Antipater is the father of Herod, and he's the Herodian. So I'm showing you now where the Herodians and Julius Caesar become close. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War, during Caesar's Egyptian campaign. Antipater joined Mithridates of Pergamon's army, marching to rescue Caesar in Alexandria. So Antipater came to help out with Caesar. Caesar made him chief minister. Caesar, because he did this for Caesar, because he came out there and said, this nigga risked his life for me. All right, cool. Caesar made him chief minister of Judah, as Judah became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes eventually. So now Antipater is being set up to minister and be chief over Judah, right? With the right to collect taxes. So this is the origin of where the Jews started collecting taxes from the Romans under the Herodians, because of this act of Antipas coming to assist Caesar in this Roman war. See that? Now look at this. Caesar made Antipas' son Phasaelus and Herod governors of Jerusalem and Galilee. The reason Caesar is doing this is because he helped the nigga out in battle. So you know what? You did that for me. All right, I'm gonna promise you, Jude. I'm gonna let you run that estate. We already got that shit. We're gonna let you run that. Caesar made Antipater's son Phasaelus and Herod governors of Jerusalem and Galilee, respectively. After the assassination of Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with the liberators against Caesarians. The pro-Roman politics of Antipater led to his increased unpopularity among the devout non-Hellenist Jews, and he died by poison. So check that. Check that. Read that again. Caesar made Antipater's son, Phasaelus, and Herod, the governor of Jerusalem. Herod, the governor of Caesar, did that. He put that nigga in charge of Jerusalem. Respectively, after the assassination of Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with the liberators against the Caesarians. The pro-Roman politics of Antipater led to his increased unpopularity among the devout non-Hellenized Jews. Non-Hellenized Jews, those are the real ones. The Hellenized Jews were what we would consider the house niggas. The house niggas will be your Hellenized Jews. They compromising with the Greek ways, right? But the non-Hellenized Jews would be your zealots. The niggas, we ain't fucking with that. The hell with them Greeks. The hell with them niggas. We ain't rocking with Caesar and them boys, right? But Antipater, which is the Herodian, who was placed over of Judea, is becoming unpopular and non-liked because of his affiliation with Rome through Caesar. The real Jews like, man, nah, man. You know, we got this nigga running our city and he fucking with Caesar. You know we don't fuck with Caesar. So this is where the dislike to Antipater began when Caesar gave him this region, which is Judea, to rule over, based off helping them in the war. Now, the Liberators, who are they? The Liberators, Civil War. 43, 42 BC was the start by the second triumvirate to what? Avenge Julius Caesar's assassination. So when Julius Caesar died, there was some niggas rose up to fight back and to get revenge. The war was fought by the forces of Mark Antony and Octavian. Now, guess what? Guess who Octavian is? He ends up being the first ruler of what you know as the Roman Empire. Coming back to the map. Right here. The birth of the Roman Empire was under Octavian. He started that by executing who? Caesarion and the assassination of Julius Caesar. When them niggas got out the way, the Ptolemaic dynasty fell, the Roman Republic fell, and now Augusta is the first Roman Empire. See? All that stems from the assassination of Caesar. Now again, let's run that from the top. The Libertarian Civil War was started by the second triumvirate to avenge Julius Caesar's assassination. The war was fought by the forces of Mark Antony and Octavian. The second triumvirate, members of Triumph, against the forces of Caesar's assassins, led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus, referred to as the Liberators. So it was a war. After Julius Caesar died, there was a war because some niggas rose up to defend his assassination. And the forces that they was fighting with was Mark Antony and Octavian, who later became the first Roman ruler. Now, the diplomacy and artful politics of Antipater, as well as his insinuation into the Hasmonean court, paved the way for the rise of his son, Herod the Great, who used this position to marry the Hasmonean princess, Maria, endeared himself to Rome and became king of Judah under what? Roman influence. See that? This paved the way. So what transpired with Caesar and Antipater, that paved the way for Herod the Great having that position in Judea and ruling Judea. Right? Look at this. Hold on. Mithridates II of Bosporus, 47-46 BC. The Pontic prince was of Persia, Macedonian, and Galatian ancestry. See that? Macedonian. The Ptolemies were Macedonian. All these niggas truly are from this region. Now, the Roman Civil War. In the winter of 48-47 BC, Julius Caesar was under siege in Alexandria by the armies of Achilles, guardian and general for King Ptolemy III, Theos Philopator. Mithridates raised an army and came to Caesar's relief in the aftermath of the Battle of Selah. Caesar made him king of Bosporan Kingdom. Here's a map of the siege of Alexandria. And this Roman war, this Roman civil war that is connected to Alexandria is part and parcel to some of the destruction of Alexander, the library. It took a hit. So this is just a map of the siege of Alexandria, 47 BC. Now, the siege of Alexandria was a series of skirmish and battles occurring between the forces of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII. Now, keep in mind, it's Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII. Let me go here right quick. What does it say? Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII. It's referring to these two. But what's going on? Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII, Arseny IV and Ptolemy XIII. Between 48 and 47 BC, during this time, Caesar was engaged in a civil war against remaining Republican forces. Remember, remaining Republican forces. So this is around 47 BC, right? They're fighting the Roman Republic, because after the Roman Republic falls, the Roman Empire starts. But the Ptolemies is at war with them at this time. Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII is at war with the Roman Republic in 47 BC, pre-Roman Empire, right? So again, the siege of Alexandria was a series of skirmishes and battles occurring between the forces of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII, Arseny IV, and Ptolemy XIII between 48 and 47 BC. During this time, Caesar was engaged in a civil war against remaining Republic forces. Ptolemy XIII and Arseny's forces were defeated. Right? Now look, the Roman Republic was in power before the rise of the Roman Empire. That's what I've been saying. Caesar landed in Alexandria 3 days after Pompey's death, with some 3,000 men and 800 Germanic auxiliary horses. He demanded a 10 million denaro payment toward a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy II, Auletes, referring to this man right here, Ptolemy, this guy right here. This guy right there. So look what it said again. Caesar landed in Alexandria 3 days after Pompey's death with some 3,000 men and 800 Germanic auxiliary horses. He demanded a 10 million denaro payment towards a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy XII. So this nigga, Julius Caesar, right here, Julius Caesar paid this man 10 mil as a respect in response to his son getting killed. So now, he demanded a 10 million denaro payment towards a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy XII, and declared his invention to mediate the dispute between Ptolemy and his sister Cleopatra, right? Trying to squash a beef. The situation began to turn Caesar's favor when news reached him March 47 BC, a relief force arriving overland from Syria under the Mithridate of Pergamum. Told you these words are crazy to pronounce. Pergamum, at the head of the allied army with a detachment of 3,000 Jews, contributed by High Priest Hieronychus II, and led by Antipater the Idumean, the Edomite. The Jews' detachment encouraged the Jewish population of Alexandria to become more sympathetic to Caesar. To become more, so they're trying to get these Jews to compromise to be more sympathetic to Caesar, the house niggas, these the house Jews, the Hellenistic Jews. These ain't the non-Hellenistic, but they not compromised. The Zealots ain't compromising. So what we showing you was precursors of the same things that the Zealots, the Nazarenes was going through in the first century. 40, 50, 60 prior years before that, they was facing the same issues. The Jewish detachment encouraged the Jewish population of Alexandria to become more sympathetic to Caesar. And after Mithridates' forces stomped Pelusium, Ptolemy XIII forces redeployed east to contest Mithridates crossing the Nile. There's a lot of tongue twisting going on with these words. Now checking Antipater's background. Here's where it gets interesting. Though historians understand that Antipater's family had converted to Judaism in the 2nd century BC. Look at that. They converted to Judaism. So when Paul said, peace, my brother, I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, he could say that because he was a convert. He wasn't no real Israelite because his daddy wasn't, and his daddy wasn't. They were converts. Again, Antipater's family, which is the Herodians, had converted to Judaism in the 2nd century BC. Different stories circulate in wake of his sons coming to power. They demonstrate the tensions that exist between the Jewish people and the powerful Edomites. See that? Niggas was beefing already. The Jews was already beefing with the motherfucking Edomites, the Herodians, pre-Herodian dynasty, or during the time their dynasty was being made. Who appeared at this time? Nicholas of Damascus, the court historian for Herod, wrote that Herod's ancestors were among the historical elite in Jerusalem who had been taken by King Nebuchadnezzar into Babylon, into the Babylonian captivity in the 6th century BC. Now, this is his claim. This is the Edomites' claim to say, like, yo, we was part of that captivity. A legitimate dispersion of such as this shroud the fact that Herod's ancestry is undocumented in the meticulous records of returned Jewish families. So nigga, they don't even have a document. He making this shit up. They claiming that shit. They claiming it with no proof. Claiming a heritage among the Jews from as early as the Babylonian captivity provides credibility for pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as a king over Jews, for they were highly contemptuous of him. Now look at that. So the way they was able to pump fake the shit was by saying, oh nigga, we was part of that Nebuchadnezzar captivity. When the captivity came in the 6th century, we part of that. That's what they claiming. Antipater's people, that's what they claiming. That's what Herod and them claiming. But it's already been proven that they Edomites. And look what it states. Provides credibility for a pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over the Jews. So now they're going to put this Edomite over the Jews. He's Hellenistic. They're already Hellenized. They already have an association and agreement with Rome through Antipater and Caesar. Caesar is the one who granted Antipater's family Judah and to rule over it. So when Herod comes on the scene, niggas in Judea already know, like, these niggas ain't no motherfucking Israelites. These are Edomites. But they're claiming, like, no, we are Israelites. We went through the Babylonian captivity with y'all. On return, we part of returning, you know what I mean, stock coming from captivity. That's they lying though. They trying to be sneaky, right? That's his claim to fame. But look what it says: highly contemptuous of him. Who was highly contemptuous of him? The Jews were. Provided credibility for a pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over what? King over the Jews. For they were highly contemptuous of him. Who was highly contemptuous of him? The Jews. What does contemptuous mean? Contemptuous, manifesting feeling, expressing deep hatred or disapproval. See that? The Jews living in Judea wasn't approving Herod. They was like, nah, nigga, get out of here. You ain't one of us. Nigga, you ain't come through the transatlantic slave trade. You ain't come through the Babylonian captivity with us. Nigga, you a fraud. Nigga, you an Edomite. And you fucking with the Romans through your father, Antipater, who gave you this land because your father, Antipater, helped Caesar in the battle. Nigga, we know the history. You think them Jews were stupid? They know what was going on? Contemptuous means expressing deep hatred or disapproval. So again, when we look at this, keep in mind it says Herod's ancestry is undocumented in the meticulous records of returns of family. So he ain't got no, you remember who him daddy? Who him daddy? Who him family tree? This nigga said he was a Benjamite. What Benjamites was coming out of the captivity? Huh? What Benjamin tribes came in return? Herod's ancestry is undocumented. Skip that. Provides credibility for a pre-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over the Jews, for they were what? They had deep hatred. They disapproved of him. So as soon as he was installed king, it was already a no-no. Now look, instead Josephus explains that Antipater's family, being Herodians, converted to Judaism during the forced conversion by the Sadducees' influence Hasmonean leader John Hyrcanus, 134-104 BCE. Back then, Hyrcanus threatened that any Idumean who wished to maintain their land would need to be what? Circumcised and entered into the tradition of the Jews. This is the same shit that James was trying to get Paul to do. Nigga, if you're going to be a part of this fold, nigga, you got to get circumcised in order to be part of this tradition. But what did Paul say? Nigga, castrate yourself, nigga. We ain't circumcised shit. That's the old nigga. We ain't doing that. But James told the nigga, no, you got to get circumcised. You got to abstain from me. So I'm showing you the same circumstances going on pre-Paul, showing you where the hostility and the atmosphere came on the scene by the time Paul rolled up. So again, instead, Josephus explains that Antipater's family converted to Judaism during the forced conversion by the Sadducees' influence Hasmonean leader John Hyrcanus. Hyrcanus threatened that any Idumean Edomite who wished to maintain their land would need to be circumcised and entered into the tradition of the Jews. See that? See that? That's the same way that when Paul had to check in with the bros, when he had to check in with the disciples or with James, and James said, all right, nigga, if you're going to rock with us, you got to abstain from meat, and you got to get circumcised. It's tradition. This nigga Hyrcanus is saying the same thing in 134, 104 BC, back then, to the Edomites back then. The same shit. Showing you law. Showing you that they upholding the law. So when Cesare was trying to say, oh, the circumcision don't matter. Nah, nigga, here is document that these niggas is upholding tradition, 134, 104 BC. So by the time Paul come on the scene, first century, in the 50s and the 40s AD, these niggas already holding tradition. They still holding tradition. They ain't break law. Yahshua and James ain't break law. They still holding tradition. Now, Josephus acknowledged Herod as being by birth a Jew and Antipater as being of the same people with the Jews, but they're converts. Check it. Now look at this. Galatians 1:5. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if you be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. See that? Proving to you that Paul is not upholding the law. Because in 134, under the Hasmoneans, under Hyrcanus, this nigga was saying, yo, if you niggas want to rock with us in our tradition, Idumites, Edomites, you Idumeans, you Herodians, you got to be circumcised. But what did Paul say in Galatians? Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. What a coinky dink that Paul is going against circumcision, while the circumcision was laid out 100 years before his goddamn birth. Now, nevertheless, this influential family, meaning the Herodians, came to be resented by many Jews for their Edomite ancestry. See, they ain't fooling no. You ain't gonna tell me you Benjamin, nigga. We know your history. We know you. Nevertheless, this influential family, the Herodians, came to be resented by many Jews, Yahudians, for their Edomite ancestry, a fact used by the Hasmoneans and their support against them. See that? They knew that they wasn't Edomites. You couldn't be part of this fold. What does Nehemiah 13:3 say? Now it came to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude. See that? See that? They separated the mixed multitude from Israel. So these Jews who are accustomed of separating, because Nehemiah is during the 4th century BC. We 300 years coming, we 200-300 years coming down the line in the first 100 BC. And you got these Edomites trying to mix in with the Hebraic tradition. But Harkans is saying, no, if you want to rock with us, nigga, first you gotta get circumcised. We already know you niggas as Edomites, but if you want to come in this fold, this is what you gotta do. And Nehemiah 13 said, nigga, we separate Israel from the mixed multitude. So if you're not gonna rock and get this circumcision, you're gonna have to stay over there, my nigga. You can't rock over here. Antigonus the Hasmonean is quoted by Josephus as referring to Herod as no more than a private man, an Idumean, a half Jew, an Edomite. This is 1st century. I'm quoting 100 years before Josephus, but by the time Josephus comes, he's still on record as being Edomites, the Herodians. So these Herodians are not Israelites. They're Edomites claiming to be Israelites through conversion in the 2nd century BC. But these niggas ain't fools. Now look at this. How Antipater got Roman citizenship. Because you remember, Paul said he's a free Roman. Remember, Paul said he's a free Roman citizen, right? How did Antipater get Roman citizenship? When Julius Caesar and Pompey went to war in 49-48 BCE, Antipater at first sided with Pompey. When the later was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. While Caesar was besieged in Alexandria in 47 BCE, Antipater and Mithridates and Pergamon rescued him with 13,000 men and the aid of numerous nearby friends. So now, this is the precursor of how the Herodians, or Antipater, the father of the Herodians, got citizenship. Let's read that again. When Julius Caesar and Pompey went to war in 49-48 BCE, Antipater at first sided with Pompey. This nigga's a traitor. This nigga playing two sides of the fence. When the later, meaning Pompey, was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. This nigga playing both sides of the fence. You know what happens when we find a nigga playing both sides of the fence? What happened to him? He get beat the fuck down or he get murdered. Because you a traitor. How you gonna rock with the ops and then try to come rock with me? But this is Antipater. This is the mind state of the Herodian. Just like Saul, just like Paul. First you an enemy, now you trying to rock with the bros. Just like his goddamn daddy and just like his goddamn forefathers. Antipater at first sided with Pompey. When the later was defeated, the later meaning Pompey was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. While Caesar was besieged in Alexandria in 47 BC, Antipater and Mithridates and Pergamon rescued him with 13,000 men. So Antipater came to aid Caesar in a battle in Alexandria. This is how we were showing you how the Roman citizenship for these niggas came about. He aided him in war. And look what it states. For this demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from taxes, and showed him with honor and declaration of friendship. There you have it. This is how the Herodians got free citizenship, because of the assistance of Antipater assisting Caesar in the war or the besiege in Alexandria in 47 BC. And Antipater came with 2 niggas and 13,000 men to help Caesar. So out of respect, Caesar said, for you doing this to me, for his demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from what? Taxes, and showed him with honor and declaration of friendship. Now, let's go to Acts 22, 21 through 28. Look what it states. And as they bound him with thongs, Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman? Paul is saying, I'm a Roman. And uncondemned, verse 26. When the centurion heard that, he went and told the chief captain, saying, take heed what thou do, for this man, Paul, is a Roman. Verse 27. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman? Asking Paul. Paul said, yes, I'm a Roman. And the chief captain answered, with the great sum obtained I this freedom. And Paul said, but I was freeborn. Huh? I was freeborn. A freeborn Roman said, how did Paul become a freeborn Roman citizen? He became a freeborn Roman citizen through the agreement of Caesar and Antipater. Huh? The agreement of Caesar to Antipater from the war or the besiege in Alexandria 47 BC. And for that deed, Caesar said, for your demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from taxes, and showed him with honor declaration of friendship. So that's how the Herodians was free-born Roman citizens based off this act of Caesar. That's why Paul is saying what he's saying, because he's a goddamn Herodian. If he wasn't a Herodian, he couldn't say that shit. If he was a Benjamite, he couldn't say that shit. Paul didn't say I was a Benjamite. Look what the scriptures say. And as they bound with him thongs, Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman? He ain't say that is a Benjamite. Huh? Paul ain't claiming no Benjamite lineage. He claiming that he a Roman. Why you bounding me? I'm a Roman. I'm a free citizen Roman. He claiming to be a Roman through the agreement of Antipater and Caesar. They go to family tree of goddamn Saul. What does that say? Close family of Coastal Bar B Antipater. Huh? This is the map. The family tree Mally just shared with me, peace to the righteous God. And as you see on this family tree of Antipater, you see Saulus right there, because we know that Saulus, Paul was Saul, and Saulus in the Greek is this right here. Saulus Antipater, this nigga's an Herodian. So when he was in prison in Acts 22, 21 through 28, when they blocked him up, that's when he let him know, like, bruh, I was just joking. I ain't no Benjamite, nigga. I'm really a Roman. Matter of fact, I'm a Herodian. My forefather was Antipater. Huh? He could prove his Herodian lineage, but he can't prove that Benjamite lineage. So there go the lineage of Antipater, which in return is the Herodians. Just look, it says Antipater. Then you got Herod the Great, who he went through. And then when you come on down the line, you see Saulus, which is Paul, which is Saul. And this is why he's saying he's a Roman citizen. Now look at this. Antipater made a great scene of his scars from fighting for Caesar life in Egypt. Antipater made a great scene of his scars from fighting for Caesar's life in Egypt. He defended himself with the history of unfailing loyalty to the Romans. That's Antipater they talking about. an unfailing loyalty to the Romans. This nigga Antipater was in bed with the Romans, which in return the Herodians was in bed with the Romans due to this agreement back then, this agreement, this covenant, this oath. It's just like when Selassie gave the land of Shishamani to the Rastas. Selassie gone and dead. But guess what? The Rastas are still in Shishamani because they living out that agreement that Selassie left for them in the land of Shishamani, Ethiopia. It's the same thing with Antipater and Caesar. Caesar would be like Selassie telling Antipater, like, yo, we're going to put you there and let the Rastaman them run off. So when I die off, the Rastaman could have that. That's it. That's law for me, you know. So same thing when Caesar granted Antipater Roman citizenship, they're already over Judea. So they can do whatever the fuck they want in Judea. And they got Roman citizenship. And they ruling over Judea. So now again, he defeated himself with a history of unfailing loyalty to Rome. This appeal persuaded Caesar, who then appointed Antipater the first Roman procurator of Judah. Procurator of Judah. You know what that goddamn word means. I'm stumbling over that shit. Procurator, goddammit. Procurator of Judah. So look, this appeal persuaded Caesar, who then appointed Antipater to be the first procurator of Judah. So look, they're showing you how they positioning these niggas. Because Antipater's loyalty for fighting beside this man. This nigga Antipater got scars on his body for fighting for Caesar. So Caesar like, you know what, man, I'm gonna place you the first Roman nigga over Judah. His enmity allowed the Jews a special degree of what? Protection, freedom to govern themselves and enjoy Roman good will. Those be the house Jews who in agreements with this shit. You know, so some Jews wasn't rocking with them Herodians, you know, ruling them. But some niggas like, I take that, you know, I'll take that. Freedom and a good position and a good job and a good paying. And yeah, them the house niggas who agreed for this. But the field niggas, the zealots, they wasn't rocking with these niggas at all. So again, the enmity allowed the Jews a special degree of protection and freedom to govern themselves and enjoy Rome's goodwill, right? So the Jews, you got to follow our laws. Do what we say to do. Josephus noted that his newfound rights and honor, Antipater immediately began to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem that Pompey had destroyed when subduing Aristobulus. See that? See that? So look at that. He doing some rebuilding to the wall of Jerusalem. And this is the second temple we talking about. See that? Niggas try to destroy the second temple. And then you got Antipater immediately began to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem that Pompey had destroyed. See that? Antipater, the Herodian trying to show, like, all right, nigga, I got the land now. Let me go ahead and start restructuring and rebuilding now that we in position. After the assassination of Julius Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with Cassius against Mark Antony. So when Julius Caesar, now keep in mind, Julius Caesar is the nigga who gave Antipater the free Roman citizenship. He gave him Judea to rule. But now Julius Caesar out the way. You know, when a nigga leave, you know, things change, regulations change after that, right? But nonetheless, the Herodians are still ruling in the Judean district. Now, after the assassination of Julius Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with Cassius against Mark Antony. Here go Cassius right here. Cassius, 86 BC to 42 BC. This is the guy who he was forced to side with after the assassination of Julius Caesar. Cassius Lagunus, 86 BC to 42 BC, was a Roman senator and general best known as a leading instigator of the plot to assassinate Julius Caesar. See that? This nigga has something to do with the assassination of Julius Caesar. Right? As I told you, Caesarion, this is Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, these two had Caesarion. Now, Caesarion was murdered and killed by Augustus, which is Octavius. So by killing Caesarion, that's going to collapse the Ptolemaic dynasty, And by getting rid of Julius Caesar, that's going to end the Roman Republic and they can start the Roman Empire. Right? So again, Cassius Longus was a Roman senator and general best known as leading instigator of the plot to assassinate Julius Caesar. On the 15th of March, 44 BC, he commanded a troop with Brutus during the Battle of Philip against the combined forces of Mark Antony and who? Octavian. That's Augustus. That's the first nigga of the Roman Empire, Octavian. Caesar's former supporters, and committed suicide after being defeated by Mark Antony. So this nigga committed suicide. He got defeated by Mark Antony, right? So now, the diplomacy and artful politics of Antipater produced the Herodian dynasty and have paved the way for the rise of his son Herod the Great, who married the Hasmonean princess Miriam, endured himself to Rome, usurped the Judean throne to become king of Judah under Roman influence. So again, we're showing you how Antipater, which is the father of the Herodian dynasty, which is the father of Herod the Great, which is the great-great-great-grandfather of Paul, Saulus. So we're showing you how these niggas came into power under Rome and conquered Judah. This is the Roman connection, the Herodian connection to Rome. Caesar and Antipas, them two niggas right there is responsible for why the Herodians is ruling Judea. Now look, Siege of Jerusalem, 37 BC. Herod the Great, Siege of Jerusalem, 37-36 BC, was the final step in his campaign to secure the throne of Judah, aided by Roman forces provided by Marcus Antony. Herod was able to capture the city and depose Antigonus, second Matthias, ending the Hasmonean rule. The siege appears in the writing of Josephus and Dias Cassius. Now, this is Mark Antony. This is the bad man right here. You know what I'm saying? Him and Octavian, boy, they took them boys down. These are niggas these are the niggas that's clearing the way for the Roman Empire. Now, it's the last part right here and I'm done. The physical appearance of Paul. The physical appearance of Paul. Look at this. Uh-oh. Who we got here? Katazak. Look at this. The physical appearance of Paul. Nicephorus claimed that Paul was a little man, crooked, and almost bent like a bow, with a pale countenance, long and wrinkled, and a bald head. Paul was a pale man. I go sit down. Paul was a pale man, right? He wasn't a nigga. He wasn't copper-colored. Look at this. In Latin version of the Acts of Paul and Thelica, it is added that he had red florid face. Red florid face. Does this not look familiar? Does not Katazak fit the description of Paul? Pale skin, red, florid face. Look what else it say. Look what else it say. In the history of the contending of St. Paul, his countenance is described as ruddy, a rudiness of skin of pomegranate. Look, pomegranates. Huh, interesting. Pomegranates are red. Now watch this. The Act of St. Peter confirms that Paul had a bald and shining head with red hair. Huh? This is Paul we talking about. The Herodian, the Edomite, the Idumean descent. And what does Genesis 25:25 say? And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau, nigga. Backdrop. Paul is described with the same description of an Edomite. Paul has been proven that he comes from the lineage of the Herodians, being Edomites, Idumeans. And the only reason they came into power because his great-great-granddaddy, Antipater, joined forces with Caesar, and Caesar granted him free Roman citizenship in Judea. Backdrop, nigga, game over. So what I'm showing you is that, give me a one in the chat if y'all getting this understanding, family. Give me a one in the chat if y'all getting this understanding. So what I'm showing you for the most part right there with this presentation, it was to show you the origin of how the Herodians came into power in Judea. Under Julius Caesar, through the wars that Julius Caesar was going through, Antipater assisted him, and in return gave him dominion over Judea, gave him free Roman citizenship. Nigga ain't have to pay no taxes, right? So then, hold up. That part with the taxes, watch this. Let me pull the screen back up real quick. Watch this with the taxes. Let's go back up. We talking about the taxes. Katazak, nigga, you an Edomite. Stop it. You Paul. You a Paulinite. Let me go back up with the taxes. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, right up here. Right? Right here with the taxes. Look at this. Right here. Right here. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War. Now keep in mind, he fought with the nigga in Alexandria in the Roman War. He rocking with Caesar. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War. During Caesar's Egyptian campaign, Antipater joined Mithridates of Pergamus' army marching to rescue Caesar in Alexandria. Caesar made him chief minister of Judea, as Judea became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes, right? The Romans was collecting taxes in Judea, but the Herodians didn't have to pay taxes because of this alliance with Caesar. Now let's go into the scripture right here, where it talks about taxes. Matthew 5:46. For if ye love them which love you, which reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? Now let me go to the Strong's Concordance, because that word publican means taxes. See that? Look right there. For if ye love them which love you, what reward ye have? Have ye? Do not even the what? Publicans the same. Now this is first century. Talking about tax collectors. Look, what it say? A renter or a farmer of taxes. Huh? What that say? A tax gatherer, collector of taxes. Huh? So by the time the first century roll around, Judea is paying taxes because Rome already had niggas doing the shit, but the Herodians ain't have to pay taxes because of Antipater's. The Herodians ain't had to pay taxes through Antipater, help through Caesar. So now it says, let me read that part again right here. Caesar made him, Antipater, chief minister of Judea, as Judah became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes. So the nigga who was collecting taxes in Judea was the Herodians. Caesar set up that system for the Herodians to collect taxes under Antipater. So when we go to scriptures and we see verses talking about taxes, you could thank goddamn Antipater and Caesar for that. Another verse. And Jesus answered, said unto them, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And they marveled at him. Caesar, remember, Caesar and Antipater, they boys. Like, nigga, give Caesar, render that shit. Go ahead, give it back. If you're gonna rock with Caesar and Antipater and them Herodians, go ahead and rock with them niggas. Yahshua knew what the fuck was going on with them Herodians. He wasn't no dumb nigga. If he the son of God, he gotta know some shit, right? Now look, Matthew 18:17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, to tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen, a man, a tax collector. Huh? What are they talking about these tax collectors so much in the first century? Why these niggas paying taxes for? Who set up the tax system in Judea? Antipater. Caesar told Antipater collect taxes in motherfucking goddamn in Judea. So by the time Antipater's son Herod the Great come up, guess what he doing, nigga? He collecting taxes. Publican, what does the Republican mean? A tax collector, right here. See that? A tax gatherer, collector of taxes. Who set that up for you to collect taxes? Antipater, the Herodian. That's why the Jews wanted to kill Paul. That's why the real zealots wanted to kill Paul. They wanted to get rid of that boy because they knew the nigga was a fraud. We dig? So who want to hop over with me and chop it up with this real quick? Who want to build with me? Throw the link in the chat. If anybody want to come on and chop it up, nigga, we just proved without a shadow of a doubt that Paul's forefathers are Herodians and they're responsible for setting up the tax system in Judea, and they're responsible for having free Roman citizenship because of Antipater helping Caesar. Nigga, that's bad job. It's game over. And then when Mally handled that boy next Wednesday, it's game over because Mally gonna come out the box and show what I just showed to a degree as far as who Saulus really is. So nigga, you're not even part of the fold. You're not even you're not even an Israelite. So the laws don't pertain to you, Paul. So yeah, you can preach about all that shit you preaching about because you ain't no Israelite. That shit don't pertain to you. Let's run the rhythm for a quick 5 seconds, yes? Run the rhythm. Now, keep in mind, all this is taking place right here. Right here. Everything I just read is taking place within this time period. Because you remember, 47 BC, that's when all this shit is going on. Look at the dates. The Herodian kingdom rose at 47 BC. What a coinky dink that Julius Caesar and all them, Caesarion, all them boys getting assassinated around this time. And the conspirators, Mark Antony and Octavian. Octavian is the first nigga to rule goddamn Rome. Right here, look. So they assassinated Julius Caesar. Right? They got rid of Caesarion. Look what it said about Caesarion. He the last nigga. Look what it say. The last pharaoh of the Ptolemy. See that? And who killed him? Until his death was ordered by Octavian, who would become the first Roman Empire as Augustus. Augustus had this man knocked off. And then they knocked off Julius Caesar, and in return, you got the birth of the motherfucking Roman Empire, nigga. You got the birth of the Roman Empire, nigga. That's how the Roman Empire came on the scene. They assassinated the last Ptolemaic rulers in that family tree. And then now you got Augustus Roman ruling Rome. Augustus Caesar. 27 BC coming back to the map. See that? 27 BC. And it's what a coincidence. The Roman Republic falls at 27 BC and the rise of the Roman Empire begins. Right? So while Rome is on, now keep in mind, this is 27 BC when he rises up. But prior to all we was reading, coming to the 4th, 5th, 6th BC, 40th BCs and the 60s BCs, look, the Herodians was getting established. Keep in mind, the Herodian dynasty started with Antipater. So all that shit we read with Antipater and Julius Caesar is right here. The agreement for them niggas to rule over Judea was right here. I just heard somebody come on. Who that? My nigga Cosmo Cal in the building. Talk to me, King.
Man, peace to the righteous God, bro.
Peace, King. What's the word?
Man, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Talk to me.
Hey, man, you gotta go back, man, and show the depiction of Paul against Choppy Top. What's his name?
Takazak. You want to see that again, bro?
Yo, that's amazing, bro.
Facts. I'm gonna show that again. Now look at that. Let me goddamn go to it. Yeah, that shit blew me out because I didn't even know they had a description documented about Paul. They described that nigga as Kakazak.
Yo.
Look, they said the nigga had a pale countenance, right? And then the nigga said he had a ruddy red flourish face, red skin like pomegranate. And then right here, the Acts of St. Peter confirms that Paul had a bald, shining head with red hair.
Wow.
And what does Genesis 25:25 say? And the first came out red all over like a what? Hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Nigga, Kakazak is a goddamn Pauline among the house of Israel. And I just use Kakazak as an example. You know, I ain't hating on the brother, but I just used it as an example to confirm my point.
Hey, but it fit right because the word, they use an old word for it. You dig what I'm talking about? But that means you can see the blood in the face. Like flush. It means like flush, like blushing. You dig what I'm talking about? Only a person who the blood can be seen in the face could look like that.
See what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. You got goddamn. So all these Israelites that be kind of curious about Kakazak, it's the same type of greeting of thought that was going on with Paul in the first century. They like, yo, this nigga ain't when he pale skinned, he red, he an Edomite. We clearly see that. And he coming to the dreading Nazi, to the Nazarenes? Huh?
Yeah.
Talking about you one of us and you had a vision of my brethren who I walk with in the flesh, and you come to me looking like an Edomite, talking about you met this nigga in spirit in the sky? Nah, dog, we got G-check that.
Now they say you learn something new every day. Man, your boy done read up some every damn. I had not seen this description of Paul.
Bro, let me tell you something. That presentation I wrote up this morning when I woke up at 6. I woke up amped the fuck up, and I put that shit together this morning in about an hour. And then when I got to the part, it said, yo, physical description of Paul. I'm like, damn, nigga. And I started reading that shit. I was like, I see y'all about to shock these niggas with this one. I'm about to
that's the Nazian literature, right?
I mean, everything I read was Wikipedia sources.
Wow.
I didn't even go deep. I just wanted to show how, because one thing that caught my attention when Mally had that dialogue with Sarnetta when he did his presentation, what really caught my attention is when he said, how did Paul obtain Roman citizenship? And then he showed it, you know what I'm saying? Coming back to Antipater. So when I just said, let me do my research and see, what the fuck going on. And then bam, sure enough, Julius Caesar granted that nigga Judea and free Roman citizenship based off Antipater assisting him in the war in the siege of Alexandria in 47 BC.
Yep, and then before that, you got to remember they smashed the Hasmonean dynasty.
Right, I ain't go too much into the Hasmonean dynasty.
That's right before it.
Right, exactly.
That's
They took over that. The Herodians took that over.
Smashed them boys.
Right.
Right around, if I'm not mistaken, right around 63 BC.
Right, because a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back on the map. And put the Hasmonean dynasty on here. I ain't put them on there because at the time I was just really focusing on the European influence coming down from archaic Greek right here. Because this is the Dark Ages right here. The Dark Ages from 1100 BC to 750 BC. So after 750 BC will be classified to like a Renaissance age. That's when archaic Greek came on. That's when the Greek got their alphabet from the Phoenicians. That's when the Romans came on the scene with Romulus. And then that's when you know, all that shit started. And then, you know, later on down the line, you got the Macedonians, the Ptolemies, the Romans. You know what I'm saying? But all this is basically showing when Europeans came in history. And documented Europeans came in documented history as rulers as we know it under Alexander the Great. That's when we really start hearing about Europeans ruling Alexander the Great. Although the precursors of them ruling, but in Macedonia, like in the northern region where they come from. But when they started entering Egypt and coming into the dark regions of melanated people, this is when we started documenting their history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because
I don't find them documented much till after the collapse of the Bronze Age.
Malachi Maccabee in the building. Talk to me, King.
Hey, peace to the righteous gods and Herodian goddesses. You put all that together this morning, man?
Bro, I did all that shit. I woke up thinking about the shit we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Woke up and was just on my phone, just do type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in it, my nigga. The spirit be moving do certain shit.
Hey, bruh, you straight dropped a bomb around this deal, boy. We got Paul's inscription and everything now.
And that's what I said.
I found that out. Yeah, I found that out this morning as I'm going through the research. That shit is
crazy.
That shit on me.
That's crazy. And
Wow,
the other day, hey, dig this. The other day, I'm going to look up the history on Moses. I go tap into a Manhattan IV, right in the Wikipedia. It say Moses is thought to be a Manhattan IV. Ain't no way.
Wow.
Ain't no way.
But look at that though. So with the description of Paul, that's the end all be all right there.
It is.
Mally, if you come out the box showing that Paul has been described as an Edomite by previous sources,
you already know. Hey, that's going all up in the doc, boy. You know, I'm already.
Hey, I'm about to eat for you this shit right now, my nigga.
Please do, brother, because it's over. It's over. Hey, man, look, y'all gonna be happy. Me and Selah came up with a strategy last night, man. Hey, we got a debate. The Creative Gang got a debate next Wednesday, December the 27th. 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sinetta TV. Yours truly versus Captain Zoyak. The title is, was Paul's teachings different and hostile toward the apostles according to law? Hey, it's about to be bloody, man.
All right, my bad. I was doing something on the computer while you were saying that. Repeat that one more time.
I was letting everybody know the Creative Gang got a debate next Wednesday on Sinetta TV. Yours truly versus Captain Zoyak. And the title is was the teachings of Paul, was Paul's teachings different and hostile toward the apostles according to law? He just tripped. He just buried himself.
Yeah.
He just buried himself out like that.
It's over,
now,
man.
If I am not mistaken.
Hey, you can talk to a lot of Cosmo. You on the speakerphone?
Yeah. I'm on the Bluetooth.
You driving?